My name is Mariana Bowen. This is my husband, Billy Bowen. And we've been coming to River Oaks for about nine and a half years.
When we first heard about the Beyond Initiative, we were excited. When we first got here, the church hadn't been at this location for all that long, and we were always hearing stories about how it grew from Forsyth Country Day to the building that we know as the church. And we were excited to have a chance to be part of seeing it grow from what it is now to where we envision it will be in a few years from now. Well, when we started to think about how we personally could be part of it financially, it wasn't the most comfortable thought because, you know, money has been an issue that we really struggled with initially when we came to River Oaks. And God has changed that in certain extents, but we add to our giving each year anyway to the max.
But we were considering where to shave because we already cut back. I just finished grad school, so we have student loans kicking in alongside with his student loans that we still pay. And we're like, how can we do this? Because we're already trying to get ready for this big expense to kick in. So it was kind of a lingering conversation in our house. We never really committed, but we never said, no, let's not. We knew we wanted to do something, but it was just an unfinished conversation in our house. So
on the first Sunday in November, we were sitting there when Pastor David came up and started explaining the pledge card and how we were to fill it out and turn it in. And that's when we really were like, this is something we have to do.
He looked at me, and it was sort of, there was enough of our conversation that we had that we knew we were going to do it. We just hadn't committed to how and let's have a specific number. And he looked and he said a number to me, and I said, okay, let's do it. And then we wrote it on the card and we didn't think about it again. And we didn't leave here worrying about the number. We didn't leave here saying, what were we doing? When we put it on that paper, we had faith in God that He was going to provide. Because we are firm believers in if He's in the middle of it, and we're doing it for Him, He's going to make sure we're okay.
Sometimes you know God's working, but His timing isn't necessarily your timing. And so you think you have to look back and say, I see where God was at work in this, maybe months or years down the road. But we only had to wait 2 days to figure out how God was going to work through this.
My work is changing our insurance. It's been this big ordeal. They're offering us these new policies. And we're in the midst of deciding which policy to choose. And he calls me and he says, so I've got something to tell you. Okay. He's like, so you know your new insurance plan? I was like, sure. He's like, you know the number we wrote on the postcard at church? I was like, yeah. He's like, your insurance plan is going to save us that exact amount. I was like, excuse me? And hey, I could hear it in his voice. He's like, I almost cried. I was like, you're kidding me, right? He's like, no, we are going to save the exact amount we pledged to the church with our insurance monthly out of my check.
And it's going to start in January 1st.
It's the same exact time.